Leave it to furries to make it in a Rolling Stones article about how horny they are for a mascot for an election. Hey everybody, it's Odin, and in this week's video, let's delve into why furries made news in major publications because they were a little too excited for a mascot named Fivey the fox. Now, Fivey is the 538, which is the website's mascot for the election. This past election that just happened. Thank God it's over. Thank God it's 2021. Oh, that was stressful. Anyway, this website had a mascot named Fivey the fox. And he is a fox with glasses. And that's kind of it. He has square glasses and like a defined cartoony style with his eyes. And he's a nerd and likes statistics, okay? And that is enough for furries to go ham on Twitter, just saying some pretty crass stuff about poor little Fivey the fox. Now I'll read a little bit of this Rolling Stones article because it is pretty funny. But before I even do that, I just want to show you some of the tweets that were made towards Fivey, and it gives you a really good little sampling size. These are just the tweets that I found of what people were saying or drawing of Fivey. Now I honestly just sorted tweets by most recent first, and this is the most recent one I could find with an image towards Fivey, and it's this. Okay, I had to heavily censor it, but it is Fivey with his peach out. It's some spicy, okay, it's really good art. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hot. Anyway, no, it's pretty spicy art. And this is just to set the stage, because after I show you some more tweets about Fivey, I'm gonna show you some of the Rule 34 of Fivey. And if you don't know what Rule 34 it is, it's when if a character exists, there's porn of it. So yeah, there's porn of this mascot for an election blog, okay? Lots of it. Furries, come on. This is Tony the Tiger Part 2, but both of those kind of led to some good art. Anyway, let's look at another tweet. Now this is more innocent. Look at it. It's just a Fivey shirt, and that is so cute. That just looks like some quality furry merch. And I swear the creator of this had to be a furry, because if not, he's pretty brilliant. But like, look at that shirt. That's just cute. Innocent, right? Yeah. No, that's one of the few innocent tweets I could find towards Fivey. Well, okay, I lied. I found one more, and I wanted to show it because it's just cute. Now Fivey likes statistics because he would read off election statistics and say who's in the lead where. Well, here's Fivey saying you're a cutie. According to my calculations, you are a cutie, 3.14. He's so cute. That's cute, innocent art. I like it. Good job. That's good. Okay, we can make cute stuff too. It doesn't have to all be porn, okay? But then there are tweets like this. Give me a piece of that tight twink fox. Now! Okay, so it's not necessarily a furry that tweeted that, but let's be honest, that's a furry that tweeted that. And then this is just like one of the tweets that says, you may rest now, Fivey, because the election was over. And I thought that was pretty cute, but it also has a double meaning because it's like, Fivey, the election's over. People are slowly gonna forget about you, and hopefully they're not gonna be drawing as much Rule 34 of you. Or if you're complete furry trash, maybe you want more Rule 34 of it because when you were browsing it for making a video like this, you actually found it kind of hot and might have saved some of it to your phone, but that's just a hypothetical. Oh wait, no, I had to include a couple of these tweets because they were just in a row. I need Fivey's fat knotted in my ass. Okay. And then the next one is just come back, stud. So look, I'm gonna get to the Rolling Stones article about Fivey the fox, but I also I did a Google search, and here are some of the images of Fivey that I found, and I had to heavily censor these, okay? Here's the first one, and I'm not gonna lie, holy crap, that's adorable, okay? But there's something ominous under that eggplant, and I don't think you really need a PhD to guess what it is. Next image. This one I included because it's in the style of the tweets, and it's really funny. Man, there was a 29% chance you in me. And I had to censor it out heavily, and I thought, who better to censor it with than a picture of a Karen? And this one, yeah, here it is. Fivey Fox says, don't let the red tape stop you from stuffing the ballot box. And you know what? If you're gonna use GIF, you might as well use it to tell people to go vote. So hey, this is a pretty noble GIF picture. And here's one where I need a particularly large eggplant. You like it when the odds are against you, don't you, nerd? This is what furries do when there's any furry mascot. Like, if you look up Tony the Tiger Rule 34, Pokemon, Digimon, we've ruined them all. Well, not necessarily ruined, but you know. And then this one, oh, you know how you get the I voted sticker? This one says I vored. Just gonna let this sink in. I hate it so much. And then here's one of 5e, and he seems to be in a comfortable position on his bed. And there could not be possibly anything nefarious under that peach. And here's the last one. This one I had to, censor everything because it was so ridiculously NSFW. But he said, wow, so many absentee ballots. So look, what's the point of showing you all these? Well, one, furries are pretty creative because a lot of these are funny jokes about the election and about this character. Two, there's a lot of good artists out there, and some use their art for good and some use it for comedy. I mean bad. No, I just mean comedy. This is hilarious. And you know what? I just found this funny. It's 2021. It's a new year, and this is just funny. This is funny to me because really, in the end, who the cares? Well, actually, the Rolling Stone cared. So let's get to that article, shall we? And this article starts off by saying, we all deal with election stress in different ways. Some of us just with buying Ben & Jerry's, some of us with just relaxing in front of the TV, and some of us by sexualizing a cartoon mascot. Good job, furries. Let's read on. And then it just links to a tweet of the Explosum character, and he's just saying there's of me on DeviantArt. Good start. So it just says 5e debuted last year for the 2020 election rollout from a blog. Okay, this is a blog mascot. He's a fox. He's unassuming, and he's a bookish type, sort of John Mulaney-esque. And it says he wears Buddy Holly-esque Coke bottle glasses. You can just see that the lenses are really thick and his pupils are just right there. And it gives it a cartoon style. I'll give them credit. It is just a fox with glasses, and yet just those glasses give it a lot of personality. And then it says, the thing you need to know most about 5e though, is that he's unspeakably hot. At least according to his Twitter replies. On social media, he's gained quite the following among furries. And it just says a fandom of a community of people who are a fan of anthropomorphized animals. And I like this. Rolling Stones, that was a good descriptor. It wasn't just a fandom of people who like to f***ing sue, like half these damn articles. It even says, contrary to most media, not all furries are just sexual deviants. Some of us aren't even okay? Some of us are asexual, some of us don't find this sexual. Thank you, Rolling Stone. There's nothing wrong with the sexual side, but it is important to also note that not every single furry wants to draw 5e getting banged by 6 werewolves, okay? And it says this is very likened to Tony the Tiger, which of course it is. And then says they want to see pics of 5e's foxhole. Damn it. And of course, next they just did what I did. They looked at a normal tweet of 5e, and then there's a reply to it that says, God, I want to 5e fox. And another tweet where someone just responds, 5e, make out with me. And it shows that the Rolling Stones article did a little of his own research and found some 5e porn and even linked to it. So that happened. And then it showed that there were 5e vor yif and then 5e diaper yif because why? And then it says there's a whole subreddit dedicated to 5e yif. That begs the question, is there a Tony the Tiger yif subreddit? There is, isn't there? Moving on. And it says Rule 34 is an inevitability and that this was just bound to happen. And you know what? They're right. It also says they reported from MFF 2019, which I actually didn't know that Rolling Stones did. So that's actually kind of interesting too. So it seems like someone at the Rolling Stones is mighty interested in furries. And this article just closes out by saying, look, they designed a good mascot, but also they designed a mascot that's really attractive, especially to people who like vulpines wearing sexy glasses. This is all you need to know about 5e. So, in another 4 years, maybe there'll be another anthropomorphic mascot that furries can Rule 34 the heck out of on Twitter and then just tweet very rude things, okay? Very inappropriate things towards. Now, why did I make this video? Because I find it funny. 5e's not real, so who cares? People were like, this is a bad look for the fandom. It's like, yeah, it is, but in the end, does that really matter? There's no one spokesman for the fandom. A few people on Twitter don't speak for the fandom. Everybody's different. Who cares? It's 2021, and I thought this was funny. I thought you guys would get a kick out of it. Let me know in the comments if you got a kick out of this. I do want to hear from you. And also subscribe if you haven't already, and especially hit that bell. It really supports me a lot. Also, if you want to see future videos like this, check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/odinwolf. It is the best way to support me. It's how I can keep doing videos like this, if you like them, and other videos every single week. And I have a store envy with merch and all that stuff. And also, there's a new Nido Flow video always uploaded at the same time this is, so check out my Nido Flow channel as well. Although honestly, real talk, my Nido Flow channel is doing far better than this channel, even though this channel has over 100,000 subscribers, so there's that, I guess. I mean, I'm just not censoring myself over there. I hope you like this video. I found it fun. It's been Odinwolf, and 5e is kind of hot. Bye. And as always, I want to thank my patrons for last month, especially Timmy at the triple diamond tier, which is enormous. And Timmy is an ungodly generous boy. Thank you so much, Timmy. And everybody at Diamond, we have Lindsay, Lord Hoot, Slip Fox Socks, Conlo, Foxtrot, Lucifer Lucario, DH, and Deku Panda. Again, enormous, huge, monumental support last month. Thank you guys so much. And everybody at Platinum, Lurch, Wolf Medic, Soren Mello, Kopi, Chris S, Tars, Zenon, Dante Wolf, Lexi Fox, Dynamo, Tantanka, and Wilyafa. Thank you all for your Platinum support. Again, huge, amazing, awesome people. And everybody at Gold, Silver, and other tiers, thank you so much.